Hi Leo, and welcome to your April 2022 monthly predictions reading. This reading is intended for those who are Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, or people who have strong Leo placements in their chart. Now, if you're here checking up on a Leo that you're interested in, you are more than welcome to stay. I have nothing against cross-watchers. I just need you to know that I'm a very honest reader. So if you are cross-watching and you hear or see something that you don't like, you have been warned, sweet pea. Now, this is a general monthly predictions reading for Leos. So the way that this is going to work is I'm currently shuffling an oracle card deck over here. We're going to pull a card from this deck, which will tell us the main theme that Leos can expect to experience in the month of April. I'll then be clarifying specifics by using tarot for a week by week analysis, and I'll close your reading with advice. So we're getting a lot of information, really. It's going to be a quick reading, but lots of information. So be sure to take notes and keep up. So Leo, please Spirit, what is happening for Leo in the month of April? What is happening for Leo in the month of April? What is happening? Hi. Oh, that's weird how that fell down. It kind of fell on an angle. We have patience in the reverse. Patience. This patience card in this deck has always tested me because it is associated with the number 16. And the number 16 is success, but it's success through action, initiative. So I feel like in this case, Leo, the month ahead for you is kind of testing your patience. I believe that card is reversed intentionally because some of these things aren't necessarily worth waiting for. I believe that this is about discerning what is worth your time and what isn't. Time is literally the most valuable thing because we never know when we're going to run out of it. We can replace money, we can replace resources, we can for the most part replace our energy by seeking new energy. But we cannot replace time. So I feel like in your case, Leo, the month ahead is really questioning how you invest your time and your patience. I also believe with that card being reversed that there is something here that is coming back as like a big question mark. Almost like, do you want to open this can of worms again? Do you want to invest energy into this again? Do you want to revisit this? Or do you want to continue on the path that you're on? It's almost like you're being tempted with something this month. And I don't think it's like a now or never thing. Or like there's no urgency to invest energy into it. But it certainly feels like it's asking us to just consider maybe incorporating it back into our life. And I'm saying back because it feels like this is something you've previously explored. So let's get some tarot out to get more specific, shall we? I just cut the deck and we have you here in your prime, in your joyful, self-sufficient energy. Sun and the Ace of Pentacles reverse. So a bit of selfishness for you in the month ahead. A little bit of boundaries working in order to ground some ideas or ground some prospects. You've got to have some healthy boundaries. What is going on here for Leo in the first month of April, please, Spirit? Tarot is showing us the Six of Wands and the Knight of Wands, but we're going to take the Six of Wands for the first week of April. I'll just keep that Knight of Wands in mind. What about the second week of April for Leo? What can they expect, please, Spirit? They're showing us the Two of Pentacles. I like these cards for you. I feel like this is something you've been working on, balance and structure in your daily routine. What about the third week of April, please, Spirit? What is going on in the third week for Leo? There's a lot of fire around you in April. You might have a lot of fire signs around you. We have the Eight of Cups in the upright. Okay, one more card for Leo in that last week of April. What can they expect? I will be clarifying these cards too to make sure we're getting all the info needed. In that last week, we have the Two of Swords reversed. Yeah, this is that thing coming back and you not necessarily knowing what you want to do about it. I think we're definitely going to need to take time with advice for you and clarifying your best road forward, because I really want to make sure that you have all the information you need. And I think that's your biggest blockage, is you don't know what to do because you feel like you don't have all the information you need. Bottom of the deck, they're showing me the Knight of Cups. So I feel overall that there is going to be a test of patience, potentially compassion. You have a loved one here who is coming towards you with action, like they want to do something, but they're very nervous to approach you. This person is patient. They're willing to give you time. They just don't know what the heck you want from them. So I feel like they have more to lose than you do. So they're going to take their time and try to approach you in April. This isn't necessarily a romantic offer, but it could be for some. This is just a sort of loving person who you have feelings for, who is trying to offer something to you. They have more to lose than you do, maybe because you're focused on other things. You seem quite busy, especially in that second week of April, but they aren't going to be deterred. They're going to slowly test the waters and make their way towards you in April. What is this person's intentions? They're showing me the Fool. So this person wants a new beginning with you. Apologies may be required, but I see them wanting a blank slate, blank start with you. This person feels a bit foolish, but they're going to try anyway. Their intentions are to have a conversation. I see them sort of pussyfooting around an issue in the past, and I don't usually use that word, but it feels like they got to kind of sidestep an issue, not necessarily ignoring it, but just being strategic about how they discuss it. The goal here is the future, though. They don't want to dwell on the past. They want a blank slate, a fresh new beginning for a future with you. So consider that. Like I said, not necessarily romance. I am seeing that this is a loved one who you have love for, okay? Now, starting with the first week of April, we're being shown the Six of Wands here for you, Leo. So the Six of Wands for me is a sign of victory and success, feeling recognized. The first week of April begins with you feeling confident by a recent victory, okay? This could have happened at the end of March. You feel like you're heading in the right direction. You feel like your efforts are being recognized by the universe, by your peers, by the amount of effort you've put into overcoming an unfortunate situation. The Wheel of Fortune just fell out of the deck that I was shuffling. So I do see this boosting your confidence. Is there anything else Leo needs to know about that first week of April, though, Spirit? They're showing me a few cards. They want me to really pay attention to that Wheel of Fortune reversed, highlighting that whatever challenge you overcame in March was a warning. It's not something that will never happen again. It can very well happen again. So pay attention to that and learn from those mistakes, learn from that experience, learn from that challenge, because it can happen again, and it will happen again if you do not learn from it. Wisdom is key here. You need to pay attention to the red flags next time, especially if this was a situation that took you by surprise. I feel like there was a bit of questionable intention behind it. So someone not being honest, not telling you all the information. So learn from that and know how you can use your voice to get the answers you need. With the Empress here, I do see you furthering your success by being careful and thinking about the future in the steps that you take. So the success doesn't need to be short-lived. It can in fact lead to your overall long-term success, but it is about planting the right seeds and taking the right long-term actions. With the Nine of Swords there, it's almost like Spirit saying, you've got to really pay attention this time. Like the success may just fizzle out into nothing unless you actually act upon it in a longer sort of long-term type of way. Think about how you can maximize the results. Think about how you can stay on the right track this time. Think about how you can learn from that challenge. The Nine of Swords is saying pay attention to your lingering thoughts, your subconscious thoughts, the thoughts that keep you up at night. Pay attention to those sorts of thoughts, because if they're recurring or lingering, they're trying to kind of warn you about the worst case and guide you towards the best case scenario. So that's what I'm seeing in the first week of April. In our second week, we're being shown the Two of Pentacles. So I do believe the second week of April is going to be very busy for you, Leo. I see you kind of needing to have a really structured routine, daily routine, staying on top of it, meal planning, you know, that kind of stuff, just ensuring that the wheels of motion are running smoothly and that you're staying on time, effective time management, all of that. Because if you don't, if you are accidentally slip or misjuggle your priorities, then the external chaos is going to come in. So I do see that we need to be focusing on things like budgets, daily routines, time management, prioritizing effectively to ensure that the most significant issues are being addressed first, or the higher priority items are being dealt with immediately. Otherwise, it's going to kind of come back and bite us on the rear. The other thing about this Two of Pentacles is I feel like this isn't supposed to be overwhelming. This is more about just getting back on track for you and knowing what is worth your time, right? Coming back to that main theme, knowing what is worth your time. They're showing me the Six of Cups to clarify this card. It is reversed, but I feel like this is because we have to be careful about our sentimental feelings, nostalgia, memories, people who evoke connections to childhood or innocent, simpler times. A lot of people, see, I have a lot of Leos in my life, and I don't like to typecast people. Your sun sign or your moon sign or your rising sign is only one aspect of who you are. But I'm feeling that there is this beautiful, big, generous heart that a lot of Leos, strong Leo placement people have. And I'm feeling like that beautiful, big heart might be shooting you in your foot sometimes with how much you actually have to give. I believe that some people owe you time, effort, energy, money, and I do think the second week of April is about remembering that, and just remembering that now is not the time to kind of give more than what we have. And this isn't because you're in a bad position, it's more just about looking back on the past in helpful ways and reminding yourself of why structuring your time right now is so important. I think that our feelings are in one place in the second week of April when our reality is in another place. So our heart is kind of calling for things that our physical world cannot account for right now. And our sentimental side is kind of wanting us to do this, where our practical, logical side is like, we really don't have the ability to do that though. I'm quite busy. I need to maybe figure out where my priorities are and then get back to you. So I do see you making allowances. I see that sentimental values are at top priority for a lot of you, especially if it's loved ones, children, you know, you got to take care of your kids. But I do think that this is something to account for in that second week. Making sure that you stay on track and reminding yourself that time is the most precious resource that you have. So maybe call on other people for support if certain things kind of come out of nowhere and they are important, like your child getting sick or an emergency appointment for this, that, or in between. Just, consider your time being very important and how you can manage it more effectively in that second week of April. So third week of April is where something kind of comes back. Now, I see with this being the Eight of Cups that in the third week, you are choosing to walk away from an emotional situation that no longer serves you. And I feel like this comes about as a reminder. Somehow, something is coming back and reminding you of what you need and what you don't need. And it could be a text, it could be a post on social media, it could be something through the grapevine, it could be somebody knocking at your door and saying, hey, remember me? For whatever reason, Leo, the main energy I'm getting from you in the third week of April is you walking away from something, someone, a situation that you no longer get positive energy and emotion from. You've given all that you can give, and the situation is only depleting you of energy now. So it's time to move forward, to find your happiness and to focus on you. You're not moving forward into something known in the sense of you're not leaving one situation for the other, but you are turning your back on something here. Spirit, what is Leo? What is happening here for Leo? They're showing me the Six of Wands again, but this time it's reversed. So we started over here with the Six of Wands. Now in the middle of the month, we have it again. So not only is this situation no longer emotionally fulfilling, but it's actually impacting how you see yourself. It's impacting your confidence, your self-esteem, your success, and your ability to perform as a winner. So you're going to want to step away from someone like that or a situation like that, because you know that moving forward, it's what is best for you. I do believe that the person or the situation is kind of peering at you as being selfish, but I believe that's a projection of them needing you there. I think with the Six of Wands reversed, it's nothing that will, like, I don't believe you lose by stepping away. It's nothing that will take too much, you know, like there's always that kind of question mark when we walk away from a situation. Is this the right thing to do? Are we losing by doing this? Are we taking an L? And I don't believe you are, Leo. I think that walking away is about kind of severing your energy to that situation, because it almost feels like this person energetically needs you there. And whereas your energy with the Six of Wands reversed is more like, actually, I just don't get positive energy from you anymore. You don't make me feel good about myself. You don't build my character, my self-esteem. You make me feel insecure. I can't do this. So that third week is really about understanding your emotions, especially your subconscious feelings, and really trusting your intuition here, moving forward away from a situation that has you questioning your self-worth and identifying what is contributing to those insecurities and how you can separate yourself from that. You're creating distance here from a situation that definitely isn't fulfilling. Now, this transitions into a period at that last week of April where you're unsure of what the heck to do next. You know what you've walked away from, but what does the road ahead look like? And you're very confused here. It feels like you don't have all the information. It feels like the moon is highlighting on this card secrets, or at least hidden facts and knowledge. And with the Two of Swords being reversed, the weight of this decision is so heavy, it has you at a standstill. Now, let's clarify what is going on in that situation for you, Leo. What is going on here for Leo spirit? We have we have the Nine of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. We've seen the Two of Pentacles before, and the Nine of Cups is what we aspire for when we walk away from the Eight. We leave an emotionally unsatisfying situation in order to find our happiness, our wish fulfillment. So that is what is weighing on your mind. That is what is causing indecision. You want your emotional fulfillment. You want your wish fulfillment. You want to be happy for yourself. But with the Two of Pentacles, it feels like you don't have the time. It feels like you don't have the resources. It feels like you're running out of time. It feels like you don't have the right opportunities. We're questioning a lot of things here, Leo. Something happens in that last week of April, which will also roll into the first week of May, that causes you to feel very up in the air about a decision. What does this decision entail exactly, Spirit? We're going to get advice for you next, but what does this decision entail? Like, what does Leo need to do here? Usually that's like caught between a rock and a hard place. So what is going on here for Leo? What does that decision involve for Leo, Spirit? They're showing me the Sun of Wands and the Two of... Okay, so this has to do with your future, planning the road ahead, understanding what journey to commit yourself to moving forward. This could have to do with a relationship. It could have to do with you traveling. Honestly, it could be anything. It could even be career. It has to do with you taking changes and chances, making changes, taking chances. So you feel very uncertain about making mistakes, being too spontaneous, too reckless with your energy, too sort of, what's the word, when somebody just haphazardly steps onto a rocky bridge. That's what you're afraid to do. And I believe that the main, The main thing that you're very afraid of is not doing anything as well. So to be honest with you, this is about knowing where to seek inspiration from. What is your point of reference for success? What is it that inspires you to be successful? What does success look like for you? Because moving forward, yes, it's about being happy, but it's also for you about feeling inspired to take the right steps. And if you're surrounding yourself with energy that is stagnant, stale, confused, uncertain, and uninspired, then that is a reflection of the actions that you're going to take. I think that the best thing that you can do is to get inspiration to move. And that is looking like very different things for different people. What I'm seeing is you creating a Pinterest board for some of you who are into that, where you pin pictures of things that inspire you. For others of you, this is about picking up a book, a magazine, and reading and looking at images and text that inspires you. This is about finding the right point of reference for you that embodies the road to success that you would like to pursue, so that you can feel inspired to take action. I feel like the confusing part for you is not that you don't have the right information, it's that you don't have the right idea of what to do next. You need to get the ball moving, get your energy moving by finding that right point of reference for you, seeking out people who have taken a road similar to you, or at least inspiring yourself in some way to feel like, okay, I'm excited about this and I'm excited where this is going and this is making me happy. The process is making me happy. Can I please get some closing advice for Leo? That's what is missing here, is your creative direction. And Leos are known for being romantic, creative people. Look at this. Your advice is clarity. I can see clearly now. I do believe this has to do with your point of reference, but with the number 1 here, this is also about gathering resources. So it almost feels like you need to get your ducks in a row in a physical sense as well. This may help you ground opportunities, but this is also just about managing what you have currently, managing your money, managing your time, managing your resources, getting your ducks in a row in a physical sense and getting that plan ready. I'm seeing Virgo on this card, which is all about sort of planning and strategic movement forward, careful movement forward. It's not about how quickly we get there, it's about how well thought out our plan is. So I do believe that there's something sort of in the details that is worth looking into, something small that you would easily overlook if you're busy or if you're too kind of boisterous with your energy. This is sort of a smaller detail. I also believe with clarity here that it's all about what you are focusing on. Your advice is to be very careful about what you focus on this month, because what you see is ultimately what you'll know. There's a lot of information out there, there's a lot to know, there's a lot to understand, but you have to be careful about what you choose to see versus what you are turning a blind eye to. So I do believe that moving forward, it's all about your vision. Your advice in April is to be very careful about what you choose to see, what you choose to focus on, and where you look for information and inspiration. So Leo, that is what I'm seeing for you when it comes to the month of April. I hope that was a helpful reading for you. You're welcome to come back throughout the month to see if the reading resonates more as the month progresses. You may also have messages in your sun, moon, rising or other aspects of your natal chart. You're welcome to join me in those readings. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure to read for you, Leo, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye.